What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix-land? This, once again, is Scott Porter, back for day 4 of our brand new DC HeroClix unboxing series for the brand new set, Notorious. Oh man, oh man, oh man. We have gotten villains from all walks of life in the DC universe, from various timelines, from various alternate Earths, Elseworlds, Tales. We've gotten the whole thing. We have gotten some fantastic villains and costumes I didn't expect. We've gotten a lot of Super Friends era, Black Manta, Sinestro. You know, that was kind of fun. We've got an animated series like Harley Quinn, the animated series, represented very well here. And we've got crazy different power levels of villains so far. Everything from Kite Man all the way up to Necron so far. We have a new goon system that has been a lot of fun. Mr. Freeze has polar bears, the League of Assassins. We haven't seen Ra's al Ghul or Talia al Ghul yet. I'm expecting them. We've got the Court of Owls assassins. So what are we looking at? Talon here? Are we looking at Lincoln March being the only one from that particular storyline? Who knows? We've got some really cool versions of Superman and Batman from the Superman Batman run, the Jeff Loeb, Ed McGuinness, Michael Turner run. You know, in that run, we had some really cool takes on some very interesting Batman and Superman villains. Everybody from Metallo to, Supergirl get highlighted throughout that particular run. But there's one storyline in specific that it seems like this set is focusing on, and it's called Absolute Power. Deals with the legion of supervillains from the future coming back and becoming the parents of an evil version of Superman and Batman. So go read that. Very, very cool. We've gotten Lex Luthor. We've gotten, Sinestro's goon in the Thunderer of Kord. We've had a couple of prime opportunities. I'm not sure what the primes are going to be. The first one was OMAC. OMAC looked like it had a prime opportunity. I'm hoping that it's going to be the original Buddy, the original OMAC from like the 70s. That would be really cool to actually see that old version of OMAC, but I think it's probably going to be a little bit more on the nose than that. I think we're probably going to get OMAC Prime. King Shark, who was a super rare, which we pulled 3 of so far, also had a prime opportunity. And I think maybe it's going to end up being his dad. I think it's his dad, the Shark God, who has a much longer name, starts with a CH, but I think they just call him Camo for short. So that would be my money on those primes. There are still so many villains I want to see. We got our first Rogue yesterday. I want to see more. I want to see more Superman villains. I want to see more Batman villains. I mean, we've only gotten a couple. I just want to see them all. DC has such a fantastic roster of villains. They really just do. Over time, they have built up incredible, incredible villains. And, DC for a while was the place to go to read true heroes, right? And true heroes need really, really well-drawn villains, man. And DC is in the business of creating fantastic, well-drawn, well-rounded villains all the way through. So there's still a ton that I would like to see. Hit me up in the comment section down below. What villain do you want to see most today or tomorrow? Hit me up in the comment section. What villain do you want to see most? Let me know in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's just start cracking these boosters open. I love that there are 0 heroes in this. Now, when I say that, Harley Quinn and her gang in the animated series, they're villains, sure, but they're a different kind of villain, right? There's the Flash Rogues, sometimes good guys, sometimes bad guys. They tread the line, but no actual true heroes in the set. Even the Superman and Batman, like I said, are a little bit wicked. Oh, okay. We've got a guy that a lot of people think is a hero here. Black Adam. Boom. Didn't even think about Black Adam. Hadn't even mentioned him yet. Oh, we don't get a rogue, but, kind of a rogue, but Golden Glider. Definitely a rogue, a sister to Captain Cold. That's Lisa Snart there. We've got Gentleman Ghost. Very interesting. Good old Gentleman Jim over there. Jim Craddock, yes, if I do. Please excuse me. I don't know how he speaks. I don't know why I gave him that voice. It just looks like he would speak that way. Scarecrow. Again, super cartoony version of the Scarecrow here. Very interesting, the art direction on some of these sculpts. And then I thought first we were having like an incarcerated Lex, but it's not. that is a Riddler goon. So we have even more goons. Man, we've got so many goons in this set, so many generics. And I think I said it the other day, I don't mind getting generics if the set's big enough to not only hold the generics, but also still give us an awesome character selection. And that has what we gotten, and that is what we have gotten so far today. Now, before we go any further and look at some of these characters, I do want you to know today, usually Legacy Card Day is Fridays. We're going to switch it up. Today is Legacy Card Day. So we're going to take a look at the Legacy card that we get in our brick that we're unboxing, but we're also going to take a look at all of the other Legacy cards for this set. And there are a lot of them. I don't have a lot of the figures for, actually, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Let's start, if we're talking about all these goon situations, let's start with this Riddler goon. Take a peek at him there. Riddler goon, Arkham Asylum, Gotham City Underworld, and Brute keyword. Set number 14 can be played just like the rest of the goons at 50 points or 15. I am really surprised at that 50-point top line. Trait, Expendable Goon, Riddler's Gang. When Riddler Goon is KO'd by an opposing character after resolutions, you may roll a d6. On a 1 to 3, give the character who KO'd him an action token. Okay. On a 4 to 6, generate a character with an Expendable Goon trait on its 15-point starting line adjacent to a friendly character. So on the starting line here for the 50-point, you've got some charge, got some toughness, you've got some close combat expert, so some muscle for the Riddler. On the back, you can see all of the powers that they hold there. Batman Adventures number 10, 1993. I wonder why that was the specific issue that a Riddler goon really caught the eye of a dial designer over at WizKids. I'm going to have to check that out. Does anybody else do that out there, by the way? Do you look at the significant appearance and go, hey, you know what? I'm going to jump on, DC Universe, and I'm going to go take a peek at this. I'm going to go read this story about this character. Why is this the specific appearance? I do it all the time just because I'm a big nerd for all this stuff. I absolutely love it. I still love the significant appearances, even if sometimes the figure doesn't seem to completely meet out like one specific storyline. It's still cool to go back and kind of, refresh on certain storylines. Let's look now at, oh my gosh, I just noticed. I was going to look at Golden Glider next. But Golden Glider is just a super rare. That's our 4th super rare in the set. We've gotten 4 super rares, 2 in the same box on day 1. Again, I don't know if that's going to be the norm for this thing, but it would be pretty cool if we can get multiple super rares in a box. That would be awesome in a booster. Let's look at Scarecrow, actually. Like I said, here's an up-close look at this very, very cartoony look at Scarecrow. Okay, Arkham Asylum, Gotham City, Legion of Doom, Sinestro Corps, Herald, and Scientist. I love it. He got the Sinestro Corps keyword. Just like Lex got the Orange Lantern keyword. That's really cool. Set number 18 comes in at 75 points. Preying on Your Fears. Smoke Cloud as free, but only to generate 2 markers. If you weren't the first player, generate 4 instead. When Scarecrow makes a close attack, opposing characters occupy his smoke markers are considered adjacent to him. So if you remember, Mr. Freeze can generate markers just like this. He generates smoke. Mr. Freeze generated blocking terrain that was ice that people would have to break away from and would deal penetrating damage. So that's pretty cool. I wonder if all of these Batman rogues are going to have kind of something similar along these lines. On the back, you just see all of the powers that he has. Batman enemy team ability, super important to keep these attacks high for all these characters. Oh, this makes sense. This is why he looks this way. My mind went to animation when I saw this version of Scarecrow, but of course, year 1 Batman Scarecrow, of course. A very unique look, and as far as figures go in the game, to have a Scarecrow that looks like this, super, super cool. I like it a lot. Okay, Scarecrow, you're over here, buddy. We're going to go with Gentleman Ghost next. Gentleman Ghost, let's see. We'll talk about Gentleman Ghost in a second, man. I love the idea of Gentleman Ghost. I just wish there was some consistency. He is one of those casualties of the constant changing in DC. His background, his history has been changed so many times, it's kind of confusing. Ghost Realm, Secret Society of Supervillains, Suicide Squad, Monster, Mystical, Past. Set number 27 comes in at 50 points. The Ghost Realm keyword's very cool. We did a special bystander token for the HeroClix for Huntington's Championship weekend last year, and there was a bystander token called the Spirit of the Game that was designed that also has the Ghost Realm keyword. Very cool. I'll be taking that is a trait. Adjacent opposing characters can't use attack powers or the effect of equipment. Oh, wow. Okay. That's a trait. That's awesome. Can he actually protect himself when he's up close? Super senses. When Gentleman Ghost uses it and succeeds, after resolutions, deal the attacker 1 penetrating damage. How terribly rude is the name of that special defense power. Has Mystics, has Suicide Squad, so there are a number of different reasons not to attack him. If he rolls out on Super Senses, you're taking a click of penetrating. If you actually do hit him, Mystics is going to make sure that you're taking 1 penetrating coming back to you. I love that he has Suicide Squad back here on the back of his card as one of his team abilities. Really, really cool. James Craddock, Gentleman Jim, as you would say. Oh, and Suicide Squad Black Files is actually the significant appearance. So this is telling me this is from a really cool story. Now, over time, Gentleman Ghost was initially introduced as a Hawkman and Hawkgirl enemy. His initial history, and this has always intrigued me, and I'm a big JSA fan and Hawkman and Hawkgirl fan, and I love like all of the infinite lore that they have. He was originally, a thief, like a roadside vagabond who was cursed, to be a ghost until the people that he had assaulted or something like it, stolen from or something like that, would die and would pass into the ghost realm, and then he would be able to move on. Joke's on him, though, because those 2 people that he was tied to were Hawkman and Hawkgirl, who constantly are being reborn. So they're never actually entering into the ghost realm, so he walks the earth forever, and he becomes a villain of theirs. There are a couple of different reboots of his history, but in Suicide Squad, The Black Files, it's really cool because Sebastian Faust has taken a lot of these magic items, he's collecting them all together, and Amanda Waller needs a mystical Suicide Squad. So she puts together a really cool team. Clarion the Witch Boy is in it. Enchantress is in it. A really cool collection of characters. Worth a read just for the collection of characters. Suicide Squad books, they're not always my thing. But Gentleman Ghost is really a lot of fun in that book. So worth looking up as I drop him almost onto the floor. Good catch. Okay. Let's move on to Black Adam, who I know is a huge fan favorite. You want to talk about lore, you want to talk about history, this is your guy. Black Adam, Justice Society, Legion of Doom, Secret Society of Supervillains, Sinestro Corps, Deity, Mystical, Past, Ruler, Warrior. Set number 46. You can play him at 200 or 100 points. The Living Lightning. When Black Adam uses the Mystic's team ability, he also deals 1 penetrating damage to each opposing character within 3 squares of the attacker. Oh, I like that a lot. Guardian of Kahndaq. Invincible. Friendly characters within range and line of fire can use Mastermind, but only to choose Black Adam regardless of adjacency. Okay, on the back you can see Mystics and the Cosmic Energy team abilities. Teth Adam, appearance JSA number 56. Now recently in Forever Evil, Black Adam was awesome. The crime syndicate comes to our Earth. They're running from something. Obviously, I don't want to spoil the story, but they bring a hooded man with them, and you end up finding out that hooded man is like the crime syndicate's world's version of Shazam. He says his name backwards, right? Mazas. And Black Adam and him go at it, and it's so nasty. It's so cool. But also Ultraman and Black Adam have a huge like death match, basically. I really enjoy Black Adam in the books more and more as I read him. I think when I first started in comics, he wasn't a huge character for me, but now, I mean, I'm as much a fan as everybody else out there. There's a reason this character got his own movie, right? And it's not just because of The Rock. Okay, Golden Glider. Boom. Golden Glider is, of course, Lisa Snart. It's going to be Captain Cold's little sister. You got Central City, Gotham City Underworld, and Rogues keywords. That's awesome. I love that we got a rogue in this. It's not a rogue I expected, but that is what makes it even cooler. Special movement power, special skates, and golden light. Hypersonic speed. Unique modifier. When Golden Glider moves through an opposing character, modify that character's attack by -1 until your next turn. Camel Spin. When Golden Glider makes a close attack, she may choose to target all adjacent opposing characters. Blades, and also has Blades, Claws, Fangs, but may use it to target multiple characters and rolls a separate d6 for each hit character. Wow, that Camel Spin is pretty great. But more and more I'm looking at this sculpt. This seems like an animated take. Yep, I look at the back and it is Harley Quinn, the animated series. Season 3, Episode 3. Great. Now, what, I got to watch 3 seasons of this thing now? Oh my gosh, we got Kite Man from Season 2. We got Cyborgman from Season 1. We got Frank the Plant from the first episode. Oh man. I got to go back and look at the comments because remember, I'm shooting these all on the same day. I don't know if you guys recommend I watch this thing. Chances are by the time this airs, I have already watched the entire thing. Borrowed this from my brother. Special defense power, super senses. When Golden Glider uses it and succeeds, generate an ice blocking terrain marker within 4 squares and line of fire. This game, those markers have adjacent characters must roll breakaway to move if they don't already. We saw that with Mr. Freeze, except those will deal penetrating damage. But there you go. Another super rare, this time a Flash Rogue, but from Harley Quinn, the animated series. And that is Golden Glider for you folks. Oh my gosh, we got so many characters from Harley Quinn, the animated series so far. Pretty cool. I think the fan base is pretty massive. I know that people were really worried about it getting canceled, but the fans just kept on going for it, man. And that thing is a big success now. So congrats to them. It is. I don't know why I haven't watched it. I don't know. I gotta get on top of it. Okay. Oh yes. Okay. So on day 1 we got Lightning Lord, good old Macrons, but we have not had any of the other of that legion of supervillains, and we just got one here in Cosmic King. We also have Harley Quinn, who we've already seen. We have, the Black Hand. Okay, here we go. Is he holding Batman's skull? No, it doesn't look like it. Another goon. The White Rabbit goon. Wait, from like the White Rabbit, like the villain, like the lady that can like split in 2 and like we never saw again after a 7-issue arc. Or, maybe it's Mad Hatter. Maybe it's Mad Hatter. Maybe it's Jervis Tetch. And then we've got a character I definitely did not expect. Gorilla Boss. Yeah, why not? I'm going to say it right now. Yeah, we're going to get Gorilla Grodd, right? For sure. Now, Gorilla Grodd confirmed. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Gorilla Goon, right? We're not going to make a giant gorilla sculpt if we can't use it in a number of ways, right? Maybe we get a Monster Mala. There's so many bad gorillas in DC. What is going on? Gorilla Boss. Never expected to see that guy in HeroClix form. Are you kidding me? All right, was he in the cartoon too? I think the last time I saw him, it was like a one panel in like gosh, what was it? Batman Family something. It was like the Rise of Batwoman, basically. I think it's like the last time I saw Gorilla Boss. Anyway, let's take a look at this White Rabbit goon and see who it is representing. Expendable goon. Oh, Tetch's Tea Party, of course. The Hatter, which I guess we're not calling them the Hatter anymore. So we'll just say Tetch's goon here. When White Rabbit goon is KO'd by an opposing character after resolutions, you may roll a d6. On a 1 to a 3, place the character who KO'd him up to 2 squares away from their current square. Oh, it's madness. On a roll of 4 to 6, generate a character with an expendable goon trait on its 15-point starting line adjacent to the friendly character. You can look at the back of the card there. Batman enemy, of course. Various real names. Yeah, Tetch's Tea Party. Makes sense to have a white rabbit, 100%. Charge, some incapacitate, some shape change. Second half of the dial is really interesting to me because at the 15-point starting line, you actually have mind control. I don't mind that. Mind control, willpower, and support. So you've got like a support goon. If we look back at the front of the card here, yeah, those 2 clicks. Mind control, 3 range, 2 targets, willpower, and support there. So 1 goon helping the other goons out. White rabbit goon. Crazy to me. Okay, let's see. Let's go with, we've already seen Harley Quinn. So let's go with Gorilla Boss, I guess. Oh my gosh, hilarious to me. Oh man. Are we gonna, oh no! Ah, I dropped him. There we go. All right. I got clumsy fingers today. Let's see. Arkham Asylum, Gotham City Underworld, Animal, and Brute. Set number 10. Comes in at 65 points for 7 clicks. Not bad. Simian Body, Mob Boss Brain. Yep. That's how this guy was created. Some guy was on the, all set to go to the electric chair, and some scientist was like, I'm going to pull a fast one. I'm going to make sure this criminal's brain doesn't die, and pulled his brain out and put it into a gorilla. Put the gorilla's brain into the criminal's body, and you can't make this stuff up. Simian Body, Mob Boss Brain. At the beginning of the game, Gorilla Boss may generate a character with an expendable goon trait on their 15-point line. If you're not the first player, you may generate 2 instead. I love all this. If you're the second player, you are getting this bonus because some things have happened where second player doesn't seem to have as much, of a bonus in the game anymore. There's less decisions to be made, and so if you're second player, you want to go second with all these villain teams. This is pretty great. Some improved movement, elevated, 7 clicks long, charge on the front, flurry there, a little bit of leadership. He's Gotham City Underworld on the back. You've got his name's George Dyke there. And remember, the brain of a criminal in the body of a gorilla. So, no, he's not from Gorilla City. He's not this intellectually advanced, simian character. No, he is just a guy who was a criminal meant to be given the electric chair, who for some reason ended up having his brain put in a gorilla. Why not? Gorilla Boss. Unexpected characters. Okay, let's see. Black Hand or Cosmic King? We're going to go with Black Hand. Why not? Blackest Night. Huge, huge story. Did not disappoint. If you guys haven't read it, seriously, go read it. Black Lantern Corps, Herald, and Monster Keywords. Set number 22 at 115 or 50 points. 115 is kind of big. I wasn't expecting that, actually. The Blackest Night falls from the skies. Free. Generate a grave-hindering terrain marker within range. If any characters were KO'd this turn, generate 2 instead. The Darkness Grows. Special damage power. Hits the middle of his dial there. Perplex. When Black Hand uses it, he can target characters occupying or adjacent to any friendly grave terrain marker, regardless of range or line of fire. So remember, free, right? So grave markers are going down. I don't see a maximum of grave markers that could be on the ground, and that's free, turn to turn. So, you could have grave markers everywhere if you're running a full Black Lantern Corps team. That's pretty cool. On the back, nothing else here. A good smattering of powers, though, some running shots, some Psy Blast, telekinesis, steel energy, everything you would expect to see on a Black Lantern. Regeneration, of course. Stealth. Black Hand, very, very cool character. Going back and reading Blackest Night, it was that kind of thing where I had forgotten why he was so important. Necron actually needs to have a ground, a root, to the spectrum of colors that all the different Lantern Corps have in order to convert somebody to a Black Lantern, right? There's a lot of times when you're reading the book that, oh, you see, oh, there's rage and there's rage and there's greed in this one person, or there's death and there's this, and there's hope and willpower. And when that happens, the dude just reaches into your chest and rips out your heart, and the Black Lantern ring comes on, and it's like, rise, And Black Hand was the connection that Necron needed to Earth. And when they retconned because he used to be a Green Lantern villain that was kind of a joke. When Blackest Night happened, though, they rewrote it so that he was the character in the prophecy of Blackest Night that Abin Sur found out about. Yeah, the guy that gave Hal Jordan the lantern and the ring, he apparently knew that the Blackest Night would be coming, came to Earth to try to prevent it all from happening. And the Guardians didn't want that to be something. They wanted to keep this prophecy at bay as long as they could. So a lot of people have issues with those little blue folks up there in Oa, and rightfully so. But Atrocitus came to Earth searching for the man that would once bring the Blackest Night upon the universe, and actually tried to prevent it from happening, because everybody thinks Atrocitus wants to end everything. He doesn't. As the Red Lantern Corps, they are so angry that life was extinguished, and they don't want more life to be extinguished in the name of the Guardians and all these things. So the Black Hand was super, super cool. Going back and reading Blackest Night, I didn't realize what a big part he played, and it's super cool to have him here now. His biggest moment, the reason I said, does he have Batman's skull, is because he has what he thought was Batman's skull, and that's how we get the Black Lantern Justice League, which Superman is on the top of this box, and Wonder Woman. It's all characters that had died previously and been brought back to life, the Black Lantern Justice League. And he needed a tether emotionally strong enough to all of them. So the Black Hand pops up in front of the Justice League when they've all been gathered and they're battling against the Black Lanterns. And he shows them Bruce Wayne's skull, and they're all like, their emotional connection to Batman being dead, or so they think, at the time, is enough for the Black Lantern rings to take them over without actually killing them first. And that's how you've got this Black Lantern Justice League, which is really, really cool, which Superman is a part of. Of course, that's why he's peeking on the top here. So I don't know. We've gotten a lot of Black Lanterns. I thought maybe the Black Lantern Justice League might just be regular characters. Deece is on the back. That's the chase figures. So hopefully we'll pull a Black Lantern Justice Leaguer. I would think there would be more than Superman. Maybe it's only Superman. But I don't know. Anyway, Black Hand was instrumental in doing all of that. Really, really cool story. Okay, another really cool storyline. I know I've talked about it a lot, but Absolute Power. Here we go. We're going to take a look at Levar Bolto here, the Cosmic King. He's got Legion of Supervillains, Future, and Scientist keywords. Set number 43. Comes in at 100, 70, or 40 points. Has a trait adjusting the past through force. Outwit, when Cosmic King uses it, he may count squares for range and line of fire from friendly characters with the Legion of Supervillains keyword. Okay. If Cosmic King is 100 points, he can use Outwit twice a turn. Okay. I think that Lightning Lord dealt with Perplex much in the same way. He could draw a line of fire from them. And I'm guessing that maybe Saturn Queen is going to do probability control then. On the back of his card, bring this place down on your head. Choose a piece of blocking terrain within range and destroy it. After resolutions, deal 1 penetrating damage to each opposing character that was adjacent to the destroyed terrain. Has the team player keyword. And like I said, Superman, Batman, I've mentioned it a lot, but still a very cool story to go back and read. I'm actually really wanting, at this point now, a lot of the different versions of the heroes and stuff that we see in that storyline. I hope we can eventually get them as well. They end up fighting that Superman and that Batman. It's one little cheat that we have in this set of having heroes, because no matter what you do, no matter how you raise them, no matter where you put them, Superman and Batman are almost always capable of remembering who they are at their core and becoming heroes once again. And that may happen in that storyline. Whoa, is that both the boosters already for today? Is it? That's it, huh? So it's time. It's time for legacy cards. I have to read some of these off for you guys. I don't have them all memorized. What I can tell you is I have some of the figures. We already saw Brimstone. Now, Brimstone, boom, we're just going to put him back here because if I try and do a close-up on him, you will never be able to see him. I'm going to tell you some of the ones I don't have, and then I'll show you the sculpts of the ones that I do have. So, legacy card unveiling. First thing we got to do, of course, is open the one that we had on the top of our brick, which, yeah, here it is. It's like Fort Knox trying to get these things off now. I mean, which it should be. Maybe people were just ripping them off so quick, but I mean, I can't even get this thing untaped. How am I supposed to get in here? What are we doing? Look, it's literally the tape is going to rip it open for me. Here we go. Let's see. Our legacy card is... Oh, one of the figures I don't have. Okay, I see. Our legacy card is going to be Killer Moth. Now, I know I've told you guys a couple of times we had some water damage. It seems like a good chunk of sets from like 2011 to 2013. I have all my sets like arranged in like order of release. I think I left them in a pile that got packed up and put into storage because there are a couple of sets I just don't have in my house right now that I know I have the sets of. One of them I did unboxings for, but I don't know where the figures are. Killer Moth comes to you from Joker's Wild, set number 35 in Joker's Wild. And we'll take a look at the legacy card right here. My all-powerful Cocoon Gun. When 2 targets, when Killer Moth uses Incapacitate, modify his attack by +2, and until your next turn, targeted characters must roll for breakaway to move if they don't already need to, even if Killer Moth missed. See all his stats there. Back of the card doesn't have anything else except for his name, good old Jury Rocker, and the appearance. But I do want to show you something on the close-up cam here in front of me. I thought this was kind of cool. The Joker's Wild imprint is there behind him. I think that looks pretty darn cool. So that's the legacy card that we pulled, but I do love that. I love that Joker's Wild playing card on there. That's the legacy card that we pulled off of our brick. There's a ton of figures here, so let's see. The next one is going to be Calendar Man that I do not have. Calendar Man from Streets of Gotham, the 2012 set. He's set number 20. Calendar Man is getting a legacy card. So Streets of Gotham, set number 20, Calendar Man. Another one I do have is going to be Cheshire. Cheshire comes to you from the Teen Titans set. That's number 70, set number 70. She is a super rare, and Cheshire is going to be your next legacy card. We also have Darkseid. Boom. Darkseid from Superman and the Legion of Superheroes. That's set number 44. Came out back in 2014. So Darkseid is another legacy card that will be happening. On top of that, we have Hush. Hush is coming to you from the Batman set. He's set number 37A. Okay? Hush getting the legacy card treatment. The next one that I do have is going to be Lisa Drac. Lisa Drac from the War of Light. You can see her there with the book of Sinestries. You know, she sees the book of Parallax there that she reads from all the times. That is War of Light, set number 21, Lisa Drac. The next one that I have is just an incredible sculpt, and I'm going to back these guys up a little bit because I want this guy to have his own moment here. Yeah, that Man-Bat sculpt is just phenomenal. So So if you could take a peek at that, I'm going to move these guys to the side. Really let you get a look. Yeah, that Man-Bat sculpt is insane. I've always been in love with it. That comes from Joker's Wild. That's set number 55. The only reason I had this guy from Joker's Wild is because he actually sits up on a shelf because I love the sculpt so much. The last but not least figure that I have for Legacy cards is going to be the Phantasm from Batman the Animated Series set, and that is going to be set number 51, okay? Now, on top of the ones that I showed you, and I'll move all these guys back up here so you can make sure you see them all before we focus back on me. Those are your Legacy cards, the guys that I do have, okay? Now, the ones that I couldn't find, a lot of them come from DC set, the Trinity War. So I'm going to read through here and let you guys know the ones that I am missing now, but still give you the information that you guys need. And I'm so sorry, guys. I try to have all the figures. I really do. I have almost every HeroClix figure. I try to have them here to represent for you guys. I'm sorry. I think they're in storage. If they're not, then they're just completely gone. So ones that I don't have, the figures for, like I said, Calendar Man from Teen Titans at set number 70 will be, Calendar Man from Streets of Gotham, that's going to be set number 20. Apologize about that. Okay, the next one that I did not have is going to be Deathstroke. Now, Deathstroke is going to come to you from Justice League 52. He's set number 20, okay? Just so you know. He's the really cool one that's like down in a crouch. He's got a giant sword. He's holding it behind him. He's the armored Deathstroke. Very, very cool figure. 20B is going to be the figure there. The next one that I don't have is Johnny Quick. And this breaks my heart because the Crime Syndicate, I don't have any of them because most of them were in Justice League Trinity War. He's set number 43. Okay, so Johnny Quick, Justice League Trinity War, set number 43. Next one is going to be Owlman, I think? No, Mazas. Oh, yes, Mazas. We talked about him either today or yesterday. That's going to be DC Comics HeroClix Justice League Trinity War. Set number 61 is Mazas. I don't have him, but he's getting a Legacy card. Owlman, Justice League Trinity War, set number 26. Man, breaking my heart I don't have these guys. I was hoping they would be in the main set, though. I really was hoping they'd be in the main set. One I don't have, Queen of Fables. That comes from the Superman set that came out in 2011. Set number 49. That's set number 49, a super rare Queen of Fables. Also a very, very cool sculpt. Superwoman from Justice League Trinity War. Set number 27. I don't have her, unfortunately. Again, Trinity War, I have no idea where it is. Last but not least is going to be Ultraman, another member of the Crime Syndicate. That is going to be Justice League Trinity War number 25. And that is going to do it for all of the Legacy cards. I don't have a full list to post up there for you guys. Tomorrow, though, if you need to rewind, I gave you all the set numbers. I did everything I could. Sorry I don't have all the figures. Breaks my heart, but, I hope you guys will forgive me out there. That's going to do it for today's video. Tomorrow we have 2 boosters, and we're going to have the hint cards. I just held on to them for the final day. If I got a full set checklist, I'll show you guys tomorrow so you can see everything that you are in store for. If you don't want to know, I will say spoiler alert like 5 times before I show the checklist off to you guys. That being said, I have had a blast opening this set so far. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. Thank you to WizKids for sending this our way. Thank you for Hyper RPG Studios for hosting. We've got Joe back on the 1s and 2s. Everybody give him some applause in the comments down below. He's making me look good out here. I got to say thank you to you all for watching every single time that we put out one of these unboxing series. It is my honor to be able to continue to do this with you guys as a community. Remember, this set comes out September the 20th with the pre-release happening September 6th. Call your local gaming stores, your local comic shops, and get your orders in today. I'll see you out on the battlefield, and I'll see you again tomorrow for day 5 of our HeroClix unboxing. But until I do, may all your rolls be critical hits.